Welcome on in and gather around, everyone. We are back with another Age of Wonders 4 series. We have just completed the Crimson Caldera with Apophis actually hiding back here, and he has ascended to Mage Haven and joined the Lost Guild, which is glorious. We are now joined by Lido. I've actually tried to get this recording up. We've got about an hour in, and then the computer crashed, so we're back here again from the start, which is all good. Let's go ahead and I've got lovely pop-ups coming in. Let's dive right on in to the Eternal Court. Here for the Rise of the Godir, we are at Story Realm 4. We should be joining the Covenant once more to investigate the haunted forests of the Old World, origin world of the Elves, confront the mad wizard who has cast this realm into the shadows of Undeath, and free the trapped spirits within. We are going to be going after the rampant, or I guess we have rampant Undeath as one of our realm traits here, which is going to make it so undead units are quite common. We've got the Curse of Undeath, so that the inhabitants of this realm are cursed with a restless Undeath. Marauder and Free City units gain Curse of Undeath, which allows them to be resurrected with 20% of their hit points after one turn whenever they're slain, which is quite obnoxious. But we are going to be rolling in with a pretty nasty anti-undead squad, so we'll be hopefully keeping them in their graves. No problem. Lastly, we have low population here, which is going to make it so that there are less free cities, so there won't be as many for us to influence, either positively or with a punch to the face. For this realm, we are going to be rolling with the faction that you all have selected. Thank you all so much for taking part in that poll. We are going to be Li Dao and the Burning Wind Defenders. I'm playing as the Oathsworn this time, which is going to be a lot of fun. They're definitely one of my I don't know if I'd say top 3 or top 4 of the cultures to play. We are going to be the Oathsworn of Righteousness. I will go through the actual faction and what we are going to be about here in just a moment once we actually dive into the realm itself. Alrighty, another cut because it got a little bit jumbled. Li Dao and the elite of Grand Cathay's southern provinces know the ebb and flow of the endless conflict all too well. As the southern border guard, the wall upon which the endless hordes of Koresh end and the foolishness of the Monkey King break. At least that was the case until the end. The dragons of Grand Cathay were slowly and steadily losing ground in the final war against chaos, when the world simply ceased to be. Li Dao and a mere fraction of his Burning Wind Defenders now awaken in a new realm, renewed and ready to spread harmony by the scroll or blade. Indeed, so we're going to be playing as, like I said, the Oathsworn of Righteousness, so it's going to be a kind of fully order devoted faction, and we'll have a little bit of a split Materium and order focus here. So let's dive on in. Subdue the Eternal Court and put the dead back to sleep.
After seizing the Gildercoil, the Shadrai suddenly disappeared. This concerned most Godir, the members of the Covenant in particular, who were actively opposed to the Shadrai and their schemes. However, none knew how to follow the Shadrai, or what their destination was. The Covenant convened in Mage Haven to debate. The Athlan ruler Sundren proposed to seek out Prince Meandor, her uncle. Meandor was a powerful wizard of death, and the heir of the fallen house in Eok. He was the first Athlan to discover Mage Haven, and had guided many banished wizards there, including the Shadrai, saving them from eternal torment in the darkness that lay between the realms. If anyone could track down the Shadrai wizards, it was Meandor. However, for reasons unknown or unfortunate, Meandor had elected to exile himself to Oldweald, the ancient home world of the elves, where he established a realm for himself. Since then, concerning reports had reached Mage Haven. The shadow of death had washed over the vibrant forests, its cities haunted by lingering souls and roaming spirits who are unable to finish their journeys to the well of creation. Many elves had since fled the realm, reporting that Meandor was responsible for its fall. He had vowed to restore his beloved lost elven court to its old glory. Dark magic followed him and his apparitions, as he turned the realm itself against anyone who dared enter his waking dream of the past. The Covenant saw no choice but to send a fearless Godir to reclaim this eternal court from the renegade wizard of shadows.
I mean, looking at him, he looks like a final boss. Why are we sending just one Godir? The Covenant said, you can do this by yourself. We're not sending any more. I can only spare 3 men. Alright, and we arrive. I'm gonna cut that in because I had just an awful voice loss there that sounded like I became a troll. So we're gonna leave that. I'm sorry. That doesn't look good. Alright, so we are here as Lee Down, the Burning Wind Defenders. We actually get to keep our color scheme this time. How amazing with the red and the white dragon. Awesome. So we are going to be rolling in as the Tome of Discipline, which is all about punching lads in the face, and then allowing your own troops to heal more. So it's quite a fun tome. We can actually show off some of the stuff in there using the encyclopedia in just a moment. We are going to be the Ogrekin form with Inner Fire, so anyone who is striking us in a melee is going to take fire damage. I feel like that's super good against the undead here. And we also gain some fire resistance for anyone who might be leaning towards that themselves. We've also got fast recuperation for extra healing on the world map at Hardy. I figured these two were pretty good at showing off that his faction are very veteran and prone to fighting lots of skirmish battles on the border there. We are the Oath-Sworn factions. We have our Oath-Sworn culture, so we have higher draft income, and we can swear devotion to an oath that guides our people. We are the Righteousness-Sworn oath, which is going to be working to be a positive force for good upon the world. Our negative alignment gained is doubled, which is awful. We have cultural units have nobility, which is going to be giving us more spirit damage the higher in devotion we actually go. And if you lose devotion, become an Oathbreaker, you lose damage, which is something we obviously want to avoid. Become stronger as we gain devotion to the Oath of Righteousness, which we do that by having good alignment. So being a good boy gives us good points, being a bad boy gives us bad points. That's pretty simple. We are going to be Vigilante Knights that keep the land safe and restore balance between warring neighbors. So completing bounties is going to give us extra gold, mana, and more Imperium as rewards. And then whenever we have no bounties active, we'll gain a bounty, all for targeting a nearby existing infestation that hasn't been targeted before. We'll not generate a new bounty if no more infestations can be found. We have to find infestations, but if we do, we can let a bounty pop up and we can go grab some gold and some Imperium for it. Our starting bonuses that our starting units are going to gain an additional rank. This is not the most exciting starting bonus if you don't have that many units. We are also going to be Imperialists, so we are focused on the glory of our empire and the development of our cities. The Throne City and cities that share a border with the Throne City grant 20 additional civility and 20 gold, so it's nice just to keep them happy and keep them producing some cash. Our starting capital is going to have an additional population as well, which is great. Our beginning magics will be Mantra of Purification, which is a very cheap heal. 15 temporary hit points, and it dispels 2 negative status effects, which is awesome. And then a 1 hex radius, for 5. Good grief, these are very cheap. Gives us First Strike for everyone, an extra retaliation attack, and then Defensive Bastards. We always enter defense mode at the end of our turn. That is an amazing counter stance for the win. Alright, the Eternal Court quest line begins. I absolutely adore the art here. Alright, so you arrive at the realm called the Eternal Court. Even though the flowers bloom and birds sing, the air feels stale. You were joined by first Torchbearer Sundren of House Iniok, who frowns upon arrival. This is not how Oldweald was described to me. As one of the origin worlds of the elves, it was to be lush and grand. Deep down, all elves long for this world, but... She suddenly winces and grabs her head. I hear... Do you hear that? Whispers. Something is very wrong in this realm. Something here affects me. I do not trust my senses. I will follow your lead. We should find what ails the Eternal Court. I will investigate what happened here and achieve victory. So let's go ahead and give a quick look at what's going around our throne city of Fu Hung. Okay, so we've got an iron node, pastures, and a gold vein, a nice little start. That tends to be the beginning, and when on hard, you have at least one of each, and no more, no less. We have Sundren as a beginning hero, which is great. She's going to be a mended torchbearer, so she's a high culture devotee, a good adept sailor. So she will gain more experience as we are good. But none of the other units we'll have are going to be of her faction. Yeah, fair enough. She's got a bow, and she's going to be a challenger. Crazy to be challenged in battle, win combat against an army with 500 or more power. Oh, 500 more power than your own. That'll give us the aggressive tactician, which we are going to start combat Hasten, very fast and extra retaliation. I don't know how that works for a bow user, but fair. And then extra renown for winning a battle with more power than your own. Alright, Sundren. She is a ranger, I believe. Yeah, so she's going to be a ranger. She's got all the mortal champion skills and then a bunch of shoot people in the face skills. She's going to do so much damage by the end here. I cannot wait. And then we've got Lee Dao himself, who is rocking a Martial Kestis, which is going to have a punch you in the face melee strike. It has kind of a combo move where it'll do different attacks per, I guess, which attack in the chain it is. Then for the third attack, it's going to deal 60% extra damage to the target and its adjacent enemy. So it's a bit of an AoE as long as you get to hit them 3 times. And you have a leap, which allows you to jump 2 hexes all free, allowing you to hopefully close the gap and get those 3 strikes for an AoE more often. He's got the Defender ambition, so we want our governed city to have 40 fortification health or more. And when we do so, we'll gain Militarist, which will give us more armor for all of our shield, polearm, shock, and fighter units, which is very good. Minor ambition is just to win battles in friendly territory, which is easier said than done. Especially if we start with no bad guys nearby, good grief. Except for up here. Well, that's no good. We do have a creature cage down here and then some food over this way. Let's go ahead and send you to grab the food. We'll have another population in a single turn. We've got a quarry over here, really. Not where I usually like to put my quarries. I don't like to start with a quarry either. But since we will have more population next turn, we'll go ahead and pop a quarry down here, and we'll get a forester on this iron node. Oh good, we can at least get a battle going the very first turn, that's awesome. Can we bring you over, that way everyone's involved? No. Alright, in that case, continue on your journey then, good sir. And it'll just be the battle of Sundren and Lee Dao versus these 4. 2 vampire spiders, a giant beetle, and some Inferno puppies. Be a little bit of a spicy fight. Pun intended. When new bounty has been posted to go hunt down this monster den up here, I think we can do that no problem. He gives us 150 mana and gold, and then 100 Imperium. We accept. 20 turns we have to destroy that. Alright, fair enough. So Lee Dao, you move up. We'll go ahead and have Sundren initiate combat. It's the first fight, so we're going to obviously fight it. But let's see how Auto Resolve handles. Nearly lose Lee Dao, let's see. Let's see. We can also show off all the units we actually have access to here when we get into combat too. We've already seen Lee Dao and Sundren. Our polearm user is the Sworn Guard. These lovely lasses have a halberd that I've always found have a very weak point right here. This is going to snap off at the tip the second you try to stop a cavalry charge, but they still look great. So, in terms of cool points, they do win. They're a polearm unit, so they got first strike charge resistance and are very good against cavalry and large targets. Then, of course, inner fire means they get punched and they're going to deal a lot more damage back too. We get to start with a good heap of damage. We also have the Honor Blades, which are a tier 1 fighter. Poor lad's lacking horns. I guess he might have cut them off because he was weak. Either way, they're a pretty decent fighter that has a 12 damage melee strike, kind of your typical, and then it has a defensive strike ability, which will let you hit them once, and then go into a defense mode, which allows them to get into combat, and I just kind of wait for you to do something about it pretty well. These guys are very good. They also are going to cost a little bit more gold to counter the fact that they're very elite tier 1 units. Okay, so the spiders can be obnoxious. I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll put you here. I wanted Lee Dao to be with the polearms, but we'll have to switch that strategy just a little bit. Polearms can sit up next to Sundren. I don't want to use our jump just yet. Honor Blade turn this direction. Lee Dao do the same. Perfect. And everyone can go into guard mode. Sundren, you go ahead and drop down the Twin Awakening there. And let's see what they've got. It's a bunch of bugs and doggos from hell, so we'll see. Yeah, we go counter stance. Here, I would prefer to get it on these guys, but they already have first strikes. That's not really giving them that much comparatively to everyone else here. So we can jump behind. Kind of. I think we want to jump in front. Have you just deal a little bit of damage. A lot of damage, honestly. 13 to swing. Sundren, can you kill anything? Almost. We'll weaken these guys too, so that when we go for the AoE, it does blast everyone a bit. 2 grazes. How unfortunate. Smack. And go into defense mode. Look at that damage. Not killing any units, but the amount of models they should lose makes this very worth. I said, done a 1 beetle and only a couple of spiders. I'm thinking all of them are going to go after lead out, so we're definitely going to see what happened with the auto resolve. Oh, jumps over here. Interesting. Goes after Sundren. That I'm cool with. Oh, is that all you got? Oh. Well, that's fairly pathetic. Let's punch both of these poor fools out. Swing kick. That's another kill. 13 damage. It's gonna get ridiculous by the end here. And then I want Sundren to get the kill. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen unless we fall back and take a little bit of damage. It's just 5. That's no problem. None of them get a chance to come back from the dead, which is perfect. So if they would have, if we would have ended the turn there, they would have all come back with that 20% health. But they would have been stunned for a single turn, so they don't get to immediately go out and start punching your own lads in the face, which is very nice. I'll gain research. We've got the monk, which is a very good tier 1 unit. We've got the same. It's basically a Kestis wielder. They punch people in the face and they can jump, same as our leader. Their mastery means more healing and status resist, which is good to have eventually, but let's go for Empowered Strikes, my favorite of the initial enchantments, which gives our melee attacks 1 more damage, which is kind of piddly. It does stack up. But the third attack in a turn has a 60% chance of inflicting stun, making enemies do nothing for the next turn. Effects are increased on single shot attacks, which is awesome. And for all of my mortal champions, I do like to grab foraging training, endurance training, and then decisive command before going for any of their actual skills. Well, that's what we'll do here too. Healing, more health, and then using the command without burning through any of your action points is my go-to. Now, right here at Fu Hong. We put in the quarry first, but actually, we can build this stuff real quick. Let's go for the library. We can power through our first tome rather quickly. Renown level is food, then population, granting gold, mana, and knowledge, and then units cost less. And actually, this time, since we started with such a small army, I am going to go ahead and grab an Honor Blade to start here. Normally, I would say go for a secondary scout, but we just have a pretty small army, even with a secondary hero. Alright, day 2 dawns. And these are actually long enough in turns that I'm probably going to end up cutting all of them out, which is going to be fun for editing, but it should make for a much more smooth viewing experience. Alright, so the Elves of Oddwell. We need to go find one elven ruler. Sundren approaches you, concerned. Fire Dragon Li Dao. I've received some concerning reports from my scouts. Many people in this realm seem to be, well, ghostly. I'm not sure why these spirits are here. Lingering souls are not uncommon, but this density is problematic. Perhaps these are the voices that I keep hearing. Whisper. She gazes over the realm and seems to remember something. I heard this realm was home to many elven cities. Surely one of them stood this ghostly incursion. Used to be an elven empire in the east. I suggest we venture there and find others who may know more. If we do, we'll get some knowledge and we'll go look for life in the east. Absolutely. It's not going to show us where. Oh, all the way over here. Our scout can kind of divert and go that way. Yeah, no problem. No problem. For any who might not have ever seen the city center for our Oathsworn culture, this is what it looks like. I absolutely adore the new city sprawl. that they added in the most recent. I guess one of the more recent ogre updates. Grab some of this knowledge and move up towards this monster den, where Li Dao shall. There's only 2 things here. That seems kind of insulting. Sometimes your units standing between hexes is very confusing. Oh good, we've met a ghost. Meeting the lost Emperor Iniok the Fallen. You are greeted by an apparition. Once this was a powerful emperor, but now merely a fragment of his soul is left. He does not seem to notice his own incorporeality. You address Iniok the Fallen, lost emperor of the old-world elves, ruler of the Eternal Court. I will not allow my throne to be taken by Archon, Law, nor by lesser mortals. The Valley of Wonders is mine and mine alone, forever, as is my eternal birthright. All those who oppose me are nothing but usurpers. All invaders in this realm will be eradicated. This court will be eternal. This court will be eternal. The apparition of the lost Emperor Iniok the Fallen cannot be negotiated with. He's a ghost, I'm not so worried about that. He's an angry poltergeist. So be it. So is he a city-state, or what is he? Is he an empire? Battle raptors. These are monkey knights. White-born monkey knights. Rise of the Planet of the Apes, come early. Wuhang can annex another province. We'll come over here and grab this iron node with a forester. Boosting along our library, and hey, now that's incredible. Storehouse for some city growth. I think I want to grab the training hall or the workshop here to further boost along our production and draft. So we'll grab that, and our next growth will be a farm. Excellent. I don't think we can hurry that along for any amount of gold that's worth it, so we should wait there. A3 dons. Oh, do we have a primal cult? We have a primal culture here. Alright, Sundren, we may send you out to grab this lookout post here. They had an entwined thrall hiding, so it's the hedgehogs and the plants. Let's see. That's not too bad. We can at least watch the replay for a little bit of a split of fighting it ourselves, because that wasn't too bad. We'll speed it up just a little bit. Yoink. It marched the plants and the hedgehogs. Goes for the quill shot. I'm here for 2 grazes. And an avoid of the bleed there too. Sundren, I love that you moved up and immediately got in our guy's way. What on earth? What am I looking at here? Well, I'm glad you guys won, but this is bizarre. Yeah, you definitely could have moved both these guys to hit the quills, but sure enough. Sundren takes them down, we go for a nice defensive strike there, and then pin down the hedgehogs. Oh yeah, wasted abilities left and right. Why would you send them further? What is going on? We win, but that was so messy. Boots of Freedom. Very fast movement, swift. Oh, perfect. That is going to allow Li Dao to actually move like he's on a horse. Extra food and production, and then arena protection. And that gives us some Imperium, mana, and gold. That's so incredible. Oh no, it's not a primal, it's an Argent Wheel. The Argent Wheel. So a Hell Wield? Huh. Go harvest us some energy. Sundren, I think I'm gonna go ahead and give you the true shot. We saw how dangerous that was in our Apophis campaign. Just an extra long range, you can't dodge this attack is as dangerous as you'd expect. So Li Dao will give you our new items. The Ring of Protection and those boots of zoominess. There we go. Perfect. We need to find our next city spot. I will rush you, and then go ahead and grab a Wayfarer. Well, initially I didn't want 2 scouts this early, especially with the amount of troops we had. 2 scouts is just my go-to start. You gotta every time. Some extra food. Okay, here's a magical material. This is a really good spot for another city. We just have to deal with the Eternal Court first. So yeah, no, they are a free city, but a tier 4 one, so they're Elegant Fae, which they Astral Attunement. So that's how they're making them ghosts. They're not undead, they're astral. Interesting. So they're the Joy Siphoners. They steal morale, and then they're also Frostlings. Extra morale and Arctic Rock Walk. Good thing we're not using any ice damage. We're using a Spirit. Let's go ahead and send you down here to well, no, we need to find the other faction. First things first. Stay focused, wizard. One can also annex another province. How awesome. Here, let's come out to the map so I can take a look. That's a mana node, which will be good to snag here soon. No magic materials around where we currently are, though. Let's go ahead and snag the farm on the gold vein. Speeding along our workshop and allowing us to... I would say we'll just snag the training hall here. More draft and more growth. Or more gold. 1 turn, wow. Okay, and then we'll snag the storehouse for even more growth. Beautiful. I mean, we don't have anything we can spend our Imperium on outside of more population, so let's do that. And then come up here and grab a research post. We just need to clear out that mana node. Awesome stuff. Seems like a pretty good start. We just need to find a good spot to drop to another city, which up here may not be a bad call. We want to see if there's more goodies besides just a iron deposit and a blossom orchard, because those by themselves are not worth. All right, day 4 dawns. Oh, you stop us from getting extra Imperium. Fair enough. If we lost the road, it's just covered by brigands. And there's like hot topic webs all over the place here. The spooky. With all other free cities. I just don't know how many free cities are here. Oh, and actually that reminds me, we need to throw the Whispering Stone we have to Fu Hung to help out with its stability. Give them the Palantir to help out with their people's problems. It's unfortunate it's taking you so long to get there. This is going to be a nasty fight. Bunch of tier 2. Guaranteed our polearm loot. Yep. Polearm dies. Let's see if we can do better. After we've seen how terrible the AI pilots our troops. And this is also one of my favorite battle maps. Love the Blossom Orchards. Alright, so we have the Grace Dragon. Slithery boy. Shinzu the Light Dragon. Got Spirit Blast, Graceful Rain, so... Well, that's a 1 hex radius. Yeah, no, nice. That's gonna be a problem. Sundren, that's gonna be your job. Yeah, I haven't fought enough Bone Wyverns to know that they have a Poison Blast. 14 damage total, and it has a 90% chance to poison. That's pretty dang solid. Yeah, this is gonna flat there and blast us in the side. Let's get you up. That way everyone can get the same first strike mantra. I don't think it's gonna matter here because it's just gonna run. So truthfully, since they're all skirmisher tier units, skirmisher type units, we need to get in here as close as we can. I could jump up and punch them in the back. Let's not go for the jump. We will take some damage. In fact, I'd probably put Sundren in a really, really poor spot, but we'll go for the Twin Awakening here on you two. Job. And turn. Alright, poison's here. All 3 shots. I mean, fair enough. We will heal up. Sundren can go for the true shot. Activates its Draconic Rage. And being able to hit whatever we want is awesome. Let's try to take down this skirmisher. Yeah, it'll come back next turn, but that's okay. Need out, can we jump? So close. We're still going to. We're still going to. We're gonna have to get poisoned. Well, unfortunately, sometimes that's the way. I've also moved Lee down where he can't get in behind. So we'll just jump to here, and that's a ton of damage. Spirit weakness, sold. Move up. Defensive strike. 11 damage is unfortunate, but it's not that bad. Take down the big beastie, and now all they have is their spellcasters. Goes for the grace. Yeah, I figure. That's actually pretty decent there. Thankfully, they're stunned for a turn. Oh, hang on now. I got played. Sundren, go ahead and power yourself up, please. Yeah, definitely give it to the unit that already has Awakening. That's my favorite. Oh, I didn't give it to anyone else at all. Bop. 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 Finish him with the Honor Blade. Yeah, let's go after the Grace Boy. So you come on in behind here. Sunder that resistance. Activate the Grace and allow us to kick them in the back of the head twice. I know, I guess just once. Once works too. Alright, and turn. We'll use the heal next turn depending on how injured our guys are here. Sunder defense, that's awesome. Yeah, they put after lead out. Works for me. Doing a very good job of running away from the rest of our troops here. Get back here so I can shoot you. No, you're scary. You come up here and chop them in the back. Yeah, let's just finish off some of their damage. Potential, and then go for the mantra of healing on Li Dao. We've got a lot of mana here that nothing really spent it on, so might as well spend on 5 for healing. Chasing these skirmishers through the woods is lots of fun. Boing. Kick you in the side of the head twice. Sundren, can you make it? You can, but you don't have a high chance of hitting her. Hitting them in general. Yeah, we'll still go for it. 13 damage, never punished. Morale very low. That was... Give you a couple of love taps with the palm strike, and that's that. Level up for Li Dao. Glorious stuff. We shall give you the point into endurance training, which gives everyone in the army extra hit points and status resistance. Very good stuff. Well, actually, we've got enough units to go after the Argent Wheel, depending. We can have Sundren join up, and we have the extra Spellblade here. Or Warrior. Not quite a Spellblade, but an extra Warrior. Yeah, come on over. And then with the Wonder here, we probably want to put... If we put the Outpost here, we can grab the Wonder, and then everything else kind of in the area. Fairly quickly. We'd also just take a... Well, no, we probably want it up here. We need to give it a little bit more exploring to see. Ooh, another bounty. 100 more Imperium. That's a pretty easy sell. Alright, well, let's see what we can rush back at Fu Hong. 82 for the rush on the storehouse. I don't mind I don't mind that, I don't think. No, you know what? Let's go ahead and save, because otherwise we have to go for this shrine here. We don't really need the extra mana just yet. We could go for the O square. But if we rush it, we wouldn't be able to build it until next turn. Hang on now. If we rush that, we get population next turn, and then we can go ahead and... That works out. Alright, go exploring. Go Tusk Piglet. Welcome, Piggy. Welcome. And I don't know if I've mentioned in this one or in the previous, I've been playing... What is this? A domain from underground? An infestation? I've been playing a fair bit of Planetfall over on PS5, and man, Planetfall is a ton of fun. Would love to see a little bit more of actually some of the interactions from the battle maps where you have all the different things you can explode, or like arc reactors you can set off, all sorts of stuff to interact with the environment. I wish there was a little bit more of that in the battles here. I know we have a few of them, but just a little bit more would be awesome. Alright, day 5. We can't quite make it into the Weald, so we will probably want to wait. Let's have Sundren do a bit of exploring. Yeah, there's not a lot up here outside of the Wonder. So if we have to put a city here, we'll probably do it with trepidation, because over here is a way better spot. We can grab all of this, pretty much everything in this little valley. Our Empowered Strikes are ready to go, so let's select our next research. Enemies in a 1 hex radius sustain 10 spirit damage, and damage changes based on your devotion level. So probably 10, 20, 30, and so on. That sounds perfect. We haven't really found any opportunities to be a good boy and gain any Paragon points just yet, but we'll get there. Wuhan can grab another province. Awesome. There's nothing else around us immediately, except we can probably reach out and grab this. So let's start expanding over towards this node. Grab the boosted up Oath Square, giving us 1 additional annex range, 10 gold, and special province improvements. Beautiful. We're still nowhere near that. So truthfully, we can keep spending our Imperium on more population without too much of an issue. So we've got 2 foresters. Let's go ahead and snag an additional. Let's go farm where nothing else can be. Gortusk Piggy, get up here. With the pig and the honor blade, we can probably handle the Weald, no problem. In fact, we go ahead and explore and see what's in here. The Silver Realm. You explore the Argent Weald of Vitreous Trees. A tall knight clad in silver armor waits for you. The Silver Knight draws his sword. Visitors in the Silver Realm. Has my master finally sent relief? Howling Astral Keepers step forward from the trees. I see. As I am not yet permitted to venture outside, you are not prevented to venture within. The Astral Keepers turn to your troops, snarling. It appears my master wishes you dead. The knight declares. The Silver Knight points his blade at you and lunges forward. We will fight each other until one of us falls. In the upcoming battle, Duelist projection for the Silver Knight is active. You and me until death. We can taunt him. An impossible battle. So there are a lot of them. Once we defeat them, we will gain Imperium, mana, and then 2 mana per conduit. And also give us the Astral Keeper. Pretty decent healer. Let's go ahead and retreat from the Silver Realm for now until we have some more reinforcements. Someone has already cleared this. Who cleared this? I'm sorry, just a cleared wonder? Mine? Sure. That doesn't make any sense. Well, either way, we have met the Elves of Altweald. She looks a little bit worse for wear, doesn't she? It's raining something fierce. You meet Wild Guardian Sylvani Laurel, who leads what seems to be the few remaining living souls on this realm. Thank the All-Father for your arrival, Fire Dragon. The Eternal Court, this realm on our beloved homeworld, was once a beautiful place. She's going to sound very similar to Sundren. Sylvani laments. Now a terrible curse has taken it. Souls of the dead roam like the living. Many who lived here have either fled or perished themselves. Their souls unable to move on. Something or someone is keeping them here. I have tried to investigate, but I could not venture far. Nevertheless, I will share everything I know. For 6 turns, Fu Hung gains some knowledge. Thank you. So what are you? She's a champion of a barbarian. She's a barbarian with unicorns. The teleporting horned cavalry. Right, fair enough. We will go ahead and say go on. Sylvani inhales deeply. It all started after Shadow Prince Meandor of House Eniok settled here. He is a savior of many, but I fear he has gone mad. When Meandor arrived in this realm, he was welcomed with open arms, as any elf would be. However, as time passed, he grew more disturbed. He would mutter about past betrayals and speak to people no one else saw, but we dared not intervene. Not long after, souls started to roam. I believe Shadow Prince Meandor is the cause of all of this. His undead consort, Dark Lady Melanus, arrived recently and claimed a throne in the south. She may know more. It's undead. That's gross. Relations with Sylvani start as promising savior. Thank you, Wild Guardian. All the info. We start out by getting some wizard bond with you. Glorious. Our one and only ally, Sylvani. Alright, so we can send her gold, and she's willing to send us mana. Wouldn't be bad eventually here, but not yet. She's actually pretty close to us here with the Aladari as her throne city. Fair enough. Okay. So for our other scouts, we need to have them move on down. We've got a small monster in there, so if we leave that alone, we will get a bounty for it eventually. We'll deal with it if you... We're basically the Witchers. We'll deal with it, but only if you pay us for it. See, now I kind of want to snag the... We go for a city here. We can grab all of this, and then the Tomb of the Lost Mother, whatever's above, too. So let's real quick... Oh, we don't have the gold for an outpost. Just barely. Well, there's nothing we can do about that. Alright, we will just end the turn then. Let's walk to the place I'd like to put an outpost on, and then we'll end the turn. Now that piglets can't reach us just yet. Alright, so let's pop down the outpost here. Have you turned the wheel? You come... So that's ours now? Okay, sure. Tomb of the Lost Mother is going to give us mana, knowledge, and a soul for each hero in our crypt. Also give us a corrupt soul, which we won't probably use unless we have to. I mean, fair enough. Free wonder. We got the outpost going in here. They should all be able to arrive by next turn. It feels bad to not be attacking the wonder already, but that's just the way it is. Our strike's all ready to go, so... The lads now are going to cost us 9 more mana. They'll do a little bit more damage and stun, lads. Golden Glow. Enemy goons, beware. You travel along the road here. Some ashen ruins. And some city ruins further in. That's not really where I want a city. I want one probably in the middle of here. That way we can grab all of this. Or maybe one, like in this general area, we can grab all that with that city, and then this one can kind of expand up. We'll see. We've got options. Alright, so I think for here, we'll go ahead and have you do the auto-explorer. They're pretty decent at grabbing all of the individual little goodie pickups. Alright, fair. Another turn. Unless I can rush you. 38. You know what, let's do it. That way we can use our draft slot to actually produce food. Get going, would ya? Meeting Lavish Morn. Another blue... There was always a blue elf. Okay, so in the very first playthrough, she had a mask with the same blue hair. Magistrate Saria Savinium of the Free City Morn acknowledges you with an elegant curtsy. Hail, great Lidao. The people of Morn greet you and wish you well. We look forward to introducing you to our arts and culture. Your ghostly culture. Wait, hang on, are you... Yeah, they're ghosts. So that you may taste of our opulence. Give Saria one of your Whispering Stones to start negotiations and gradually improving their allegiance. Yes, that sounds great. So we'll come back to our own Throne City and remove the Whispering Stone. I would love to have some allies. Welcome Born. Active cooperation in 7 turns. We can go ahead and boost this. We normally absolutely would not. We have so much Imperium laying around that let's go for it. Make sure we do succeed before anyone else. We get back to auto exploring, or maybe go underground here. House of Hunger. Has a blessed soul. Interesting. I mean, that's something we would prefer over our corrupt soul. Alright, it's day 7. Let's bring Sundren onto the wheel. Let's see if we can handle it. I'm very curious once again to see what they were wielding. We defend against the Silver Knight's attacks. Astral Keeper. Yeah, okay. The first time I looked at that, that's 2 healers where if we kill them, they also are going to heal. And the Silver Knight is a beast. Okay, so what we'll do is let's level up a little bit. This thing's going nowhere. Let's retreat. Keep this crew all together, and we'll go see about clearing this great bird nest up here. Devout Radiance is done, so enemy units in a 1 hex radius get some spirit damage. Let's also go ahead and now grab Ledge of Righteousness or a Monk. Extra healing received is awesome. It turns your Grace into a Super Grace, if that's what you're using. You can go down here and take a look. So we've got some lovely city ruins to snag, and we'll have you go into auto explore from here. Hello, demons. Where are you hiding? Let's go above ground and go talk to Silvani. Fate brings us together once more. So why doesn't she like us? Passive modifiers just met threat level. Our threat level, really. Yes, I'm here to stop you, for sure. I don't know how you knew, but I'm here to be your enemy. Excellent, we've got the tavern boosted up. Let's keep throwing out more and more honor blades here. We can turn this into a town very quickly if we save. Let's go ahead and save. Beautiful. And that'll be our turn. Day 8 dawns. Let's get moving up towards this group. So we'll have Sundren break from formation. Just get as close as we have to fight it. Beautiful. So it's a whole squad of the monkeys. The Carnicial Diplomats. Equipment Hoarders and Vigil. Oh, it's not called. They changed it with Giant Kings, did they? Alright, let's go ahead and give that to the auto-resolve. This should be really easy. It's nothing but a bunch of fanatics. They go down quick. Alright, send you over here just to explore the area, and then we'll have you move up towards this great bird nest. Yes, we're on our way. Hero has leveled up both Sundren and... Oh, she's got 2 levels. I mean, alright, fair enough. Let's give her more healing, and then... more damage. Oh, actually, before we go for more healing, cancel. He's got a signature skill. We'll make him and her an initiative order for more resistance. And also Shield of the Faithful or Condemning Strikes. Gain Zeal and base attacks have a chance of inflicting Condemned. That's for me. Extra critical hit chance. True Shot and Scatter Shot now alleviate Afflicting Miasma. Now bypass the resistance. Yeah, that's the way. Each unit tier. For each unit adjacent. Or melee and physical range deal more damage. Slippery and swift. Ooh, that's a tough one. Let's go for just more critical hit chance. Keen Edge. Sundren, you shall be a monster. And we'll go ahead and immediately build up a city of the Burning Wind Defenders. Join us in our great bird hunt. We could definitely use some more range troops. And I don't know if we ever actually get them. Oh, no, until the Seal Bear, so we need to kind of rush towards our tier 3 city. Stability is 100% neutral. For adjacent farm gives us stability in draft, or mana and draft per quarry. I'm thinking we'll snag the shrine here first, and then we can come on in and go for either the stonemason or maybe even a monastery. We shall see. Day 9, we've still only met Sylvani. Let's keep moving. Holds this nest. And no good spots for a city over here. That's a bunch of desolate land, which we really can't make use of. Alright, Sundren, you keep joining for the fights. Although we can bring you over here with the new Spellblade, or the new Honor Blade, and fight some battles where you're outnumbered. Which is something she really wants to do. Reproduction here, and then we can pop in her quarry. It's one of those where it'd be good to have, like here, and then surround it with quarries. We're losing 5 food. I don't think that's that big of a deal. Get ourselves a special province improvement. New Whispering Stone. We don't have a need for multiple of them right now. So Sundren can go help there, and then we'll send Lee Dow and his crew of pigs and ogres to go deal with the bird nest. Oh good, we've met Melanus, the Lifeless. Well, hello. Melanus the Lifeless greets you with a cold smile and shadow eyes. Ah, another lost soul roaming this realm of death and destruction. My husband may want to relive his memories, but I cannot sit still while he focuses on ghosts from the past. She sighs, frustrated. I will not stop until every world in the Astral Sea is nothing but dust. You're not very friendly, are you? Stopping the cycle of destruction and creation, with the desolation in between. I'd hoped my husband would join me, but he is afflicted. Are you here to aid me in this quest for death and oblivion? Or will you join the many cursed souls on this realm? So she's really the cause of all the issues, with her shadowy eyes. I'm here to claim this realm. Melanus laughs scornfully. If you wish to change the fate of this realm, you should deal with my husband. I'm gonna deal with you, destroyer of the world. I ventured here to find him, hoping our reunion would lead to a renewed alliance. But he has become pathetically obsessed with the fate of all souls within the Astral Sea. Whenever I dare to even come close to his translucent pets, he calls me a mortal traitor and threatens to attack me. Me! I tried to reason with him, but he pays me no heed. Disappointed. I believe Meandor is afflicted by a powerful spell, and I have located apparitions that seem to be connected to it. However, I cannot properly investigate them myself. I will deal with the sources you mentioned. Defeating Meandor is battle, is a better way to solve his affliction, or if it afflicts this realm, it is you, Melanus. Prepare for war. And truthfully, I would say that Melanus is the problem in this realm. But we are here actually to punch... there is a quest, I'll see if I can remember to put it up here. But there's a quest to punch Mandor in the face. We'll basically snap him out. It's basically, I think it's called snap him out of it, or snap out of it, or something along those lines. Where instead of doing all this long quest, the Web of Madness, to basically snap him out of the madness that ensnares him, we can instead just punch him in the face repeatedly until he's fixed, which is what we're going to do. Defeating Mandor in battle is a better way to solve his affliction. We're going to decline this quest and instantly finish the production of an Honor Blade. No thank you for your garbage quests. Plus, that is literally Nagash incarnate. Lady Nagash, no thanks. I'm here to burn everything. Okay, well, obviously you can be trusted. We don't have the gold Valkeepers and Seal Bearers, so we're going to start pumping these guys out aggressively. And now we've got basic seafaring. I haven't seen any water so far, so... Oh, down here. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. I think that's everything we're going to get to for this turn. Need a little bit more gold, that's what we're lacking in right now. Alright, day 10, and we have been neglecting... Oh, listen, lady, I was trying to get to diplomacy. Sundren approaches you, disturbed. She rubs her temples. The realm, it whispers to me. I hear voices, those I thought long lost. They call me. They ask for me to meet them. I can no longer ignore these voices. These, Fire Dragon Lead Owl, must go to them. Please allow me to visit the sources of the voices I keep hearing. I like you. You do not have an option. Very well, we shall venture there. Sundren approaches you. Once again, Meandor's state of mind is concerning. I can't help feel but the Shadrai are behind this. Typical of those fools to mess with Godir they were told to avoid. Never mind. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? Mandor is crucial for the Covenant to follow the Shadrai in time, and I have to admit, I have personal reasons for searching for him too. With my father gone and my mother missing, I have questions and doubts that only he can answer. We must bring Mandor to the Covenant. We cannot allow the Shadrai to scheme and continue without us being able to interfere, or to scheme... We cannot allow the Shadrai scheme to continue without us being able to interfere. Understood. Well, don't you worry, we'll break your uncle's legs and drag him back whether he likes it or not. She already knows the Undead Lichbringers. Okay. Declaration of Friendship costs us gold. We're gonna have a very similar spread to this, except for it's gonna be... We'll have Chaos eventually just for the Inquisition. Ooh, I don't want to do that just yet. Soon. We will need allies soon, but not yet. Focused Aim, an ability that allows the unit to make an attack that cannot miss. Focus Aim, also incredibly potent. Minor Race Transformation, giving us resistance and 20% more healing. This thing is a long ways off. A Stormbound Maple. Sundren needs to go figure out what's down there. And if you must, we can send a scout down that way. Oh good, Melanus is starting to set up a city much closer to us. Good, good. She's going to be a problem. Oh, and she starts with a golden... Oh, it's a bronze. She starts with a golden wonder? That's horribly effective for her. What are these? The metal Cheerio blocks. Alright, fair enough. Well, Fu Hung. We definitely need a Valkeeper first. We'll go for the heals before we snag the damage. If we're gonna do is only a matter of time. That's gonna be up to you to deal with their Sundren. Let's go on it from the north, that way we can guard the Tomb of the Lost Mother too. Beautiful. We've got a pact of cooperation with Morn. You're trying it, aren't you? We can go ahead and snag that Astral Dew. Gives us extra casting points. I would prefer to have more production if I'm spending gold per turn. Let's do that. Let's do that. Don't really need any more heals, so let's just step into the area to go after the bird nest. The Bannerless Keep, which has also been cleared. So Melanus has a huge civilization already set up for her. This is the... He said, oh, you caught me. Alright, well, the journey continues. Spawn doing... I bet you we can't afford you. We've got a bunch of ghosts we could add to our team, and now we want some of our own troops. And I want... Oh, the Trollkin Governor. Coast grant you food, mana, and gold. We don't have any coastal settlements over here. So I think instead we're going to go ahead and grab the Trollkin Governor. He's a Spellblade as well. Awesome. Works for me. Hail. Win the knife. I'm going to send you down to go grab us another outpost somewhere over down here. Probably... I mean, right where this monster den is exactly where we want it. That way we can spread out and grab everything down here. Or maybe further down. We need to be able to expand out to touch the borders of Fuhong quickly. Alright, so our last expansion up towards the Eternal Court will be a mine. Well. It's a low-risk battle because Sundren's a monster. Yeah, that'll work. Cloud in a bottle. What does this do? Pushes people back and inflicts wet. Let's give that to Sundren. She is the one that doesn't want people to get close. Our melee fighters actually do want you to get close to them. Alright, join up here, Sundren, and let's go deal with these guys too. Swearstone founded. That's not your name. Alright, we return, and outside of absolutely pulling up Warhammer to go look, I can't find any of the actual Southern Province city names, so we're going to call this instead just Kunlan, as it is right next to a forest and a mountain as well. So we got Kunlan Mountain, and we have the forest surrounding. Kunlan can be overseen by extra 30 draft. We'll switch them later on, but Sundren can go ahead and govern them to start. That means a lot of extra food at the very least. So we'll let that produce its merchandise and rations. Nothing else we can really do anyway. Welcome, the city of Kunlan. Let's go ahead and join up and deal with this great bird nest. Oh, we've got a phoenix and a couple of vultures. Should be no problem. Goes for a risky battle because they're all going to be coming back from the dead. Although the vultures, if they eat the corpses, then no one's coming back from the dead. Let's find out. Go find us some chicken wings. The lads are hungry. I guess so are the Gortas piglets. Move to here. It could just go for the overheat, so we won't want to stand too close. In fact, there's a very high likelihood it goes for overheat. Go here. We can run in and punch them in the side of the face pretty easily, though. Let's run up to this foliage. Lovely. And leave the piggies here. Bring it on in. Get stabbed in the face. Right. All the carrion move on in. Get a flanking defensive strike here. Cancel retaliation. A fairly meh attack, all things considered. We can bounce on in and then get a triple strike. It's gonna hit all three of you, and hopefully it's not showing that it has a chance to stun. So our Empower Strikes either aren't working or something strange is going on there. Let's go ahead and try to... Oh no, so it's not on our champion. Maybe that's a bug, I'm not sure. Let's flank here with a defensive strike. Same thing here. Clobber him. And then we can go for the counter stance. Yeah, the double punch is incredible. They're going all in on our champion. This is likely the overheat. Yeah, fair enough. You're definitely not an obnoxious unit at all. Let's go ahead and take... Can't take anyone out except for... Not even here. Don't have a high enough devotion level. Get retaliated on once there. Now we just finish him off with a nice flank. Step forward and then take whatever damage we have to hit you here. Just to make sure the Phoenix doesn't come back. That's a kill. A wee bit of retaliation, but I don't think we really care so much. Especially if we go for Purification Mantra and punch away. Other thing that's great about Age of Wonders 4 here, as opposed to like Planetfall, you can't attack flying units with melee in Planetfall. It was a very bright revival they had going there. Yeah, that is such little retaliation, I don't think we need to worry. Take 3 damage, deal 20. And then the last Resurrected can get kicked straight out of the sky. Excellent. You ranked up, and so did one of our other Honor Blades, and Li Dao gained some skills. A Scorching Power Cleaver. So a nice lance, and then... You can charge in one turn and then hit everyone with a cleave the next. Seems pretty great. Okay, so I think we'll start moving our way back over towards the Eternal Court then with Li Dao's army, so we can take out these two and then just move it as one to wipe out the court. And Iok's apparently a good guy. A very, very violent good guy. We're gonna go for Initiative Order here with Li Dao as well. Going for those condemning strikes. And then also the Decisive Command. I like the Kestis much more than the Power Lance. It fits Li Dao much better. We will go for the farm here first. Or no, we won't, because the iron or the Blossom Orchard is on the Foresters. We'll grab the Forester first. Still can't afford any of that. School of Discipline is almost in at Fu Hong. Love to see it. A bounty has been posted to wipe out the Dragon's Lair. Where is that? Oh, it's right there. You have 20 turns. That'll give us some Imperium and some mana sold. Well, if we must. It's time to go fight some dragons. So we need to somehow sneak around Melodus' area. Oh yeah, you're a problem. completely in the way. You go over the mountains, but it's going to be slow going. She's still indifferent. Alright, well, no allies anytime soon. Day 12. I'm thinking the Dragon's Lair is going to be a little bit scarier than what we've already dealt with. Alright, fair enough. Step over here, that way we can try to see and at least do some healing. Bring that last Honor Blade up. I prefer to fight it with a full squad, but we'll see. We can grab the farm or the quarry down here. Go crazy with production. That's not Kunlun. It was lying to me. Getting 10 additional knowledge would be very nice. Let's do it. Spend a bit of our cash here. This would be a great place for a town. Of course, the city runs down here, I think, are a bit more of a trap. Since we're imperialists, it would be very difficult to actually connect those towns. So let's go to about... We can start it up on the pastures, or even just the Silver-Tongue fruit itself and make that the center. So let's do that. Ooh, hopefully we don't get jumped by the small monster in here. High risk bottom. Yeah, they do have a bannerman this time. I mean, let's see if we can do it without having to have one of our guys run. Sundren and the Honor Blade versus the Broader Guard. I mean, if they're not staying together, they're being foolish. Is there anywhere we could use anything to our advantage? No, we can start off with the Twin Awakening, though. Anyone with a true shot, unfortunately. Let's move to here. High ground doesn't really protect us, but let's see if we can't draw them in. Make it so when we are going into combat, we are at least doing so with our spells. True shot there, damage dealers. Condemned. Almost kill. Let's move up just the one and go into guard mode. Devout Radiance isn't worth it. We'll save our spells. Raptors go for the blast and miss. And miss. See, now that's intriguing. Offensive strike here, deal a ton of damage. Sundren, you come on down and fire that bow at these poor fools. Right, there's your damage dealers dealt with. They'll come back next turn, but... Works for me. So you'll come over here and use the heals now. No, you won't. I mean, you understand that's a really bad call, right? Okay, we'll just come over here and go for the double bow shot. You either heal yourself or you fall next turn. Well, actually, we can Devout Radiance, just take him out now. Force them to resurrect here next turn. They go hit Sundren once, oh, twice. There. hit Sundren with the heal. Use the cloud in a bottle to push them away, and then go for as many shots as we want. Enjoy all that damage, clowns. Around low, they go for a couple more axe swings, and Sundren, can we give him the dagger to the chest? Not quite. Okay, well, we'll take one retaliation strike. Alright, apparently we'll take more than that. Awakened. I mean, that's enough damage, but it's a shame that we have to use it like this. Granted, that's some renown for Sundren. 35 renown. Oh, because of that we have our, we actually gained the production, so the School of Discipline's done. Beautiful. Thinking next we'll go ahead and snag the Wizard Tower. Good to get that one up and running. Slow going, but we need to get up over the mountains to see what's down here. So here's their army. They're sitting out to face us. Bring it, I say. Alright, turn 13 dawns. So we can reach the Dragon's Lair should we wish. Let's come back to that. We also have the Tributaries skill. I think we're going to go ahead and at least grab basic seafaring. That way our scouts can grab all the goodies out on the water, hopefully before the other factions do. Come on down and join. I think we'll fight these guys first to do a little bit of leveling up, and then we'll go after the Dragon's Lair. So focus aim is done, which allows us to select our next Tome of Magic. Which I'm thinking we are either going to go Tome of Zeal or Tome of Enchantment. Only issue with this is I don't think the Copper Golem is very... Well, the Copper Golem is kind of like a terracotta automaton. Kind of is. But I think we're going to go for Tome of Zeal instead. Circle of Zeal, just all in on draft.
The fervor of righteousness is a gift unto your subjects. When it courses through their veins, they become mightier, more valiant. They brush off their wounds and any pain, shielded by the holy knowledge that they are in the right. Those who reject your gift shall know condemnation, and it shall wither their very souls.
And we take on the power of White Knights. Alright, sweet, so let's go ahead and grab these Zealots here. All of these are good researchers to pick, but we'll grab these Zealots for a cheap, expendable unit that also is going to, I think, condemn when they strike. Yeah, very strong. I have seen strategies that just rely entirely on Zealots, and you can win the game pretty dang quickly. Let's move on down. Oh, you're actually claimed by a squad of baddies. That's okay, we'll deal with that in a moment. For now, though, we just want the outpost in. We'll send Sundren after these demons. Let's go ahead and get Inner Mastery on the faction. Oh, the anti to the Shadow Eyes is Golden Eyes and Golden Hands. Status resist and healing. Sundren will get there in just a moment. That's gonna be a 4 versus 2, which can be pretty spooky. Let's go for it. Sundren versus these clowns. High risk battle. Let's see how the auto resolve handles. We lose horribly. Let's find out. If you do get Sundren killed, she is she's gone for the entire campaign. I don't think she gets wounded. We can go ahead and move over to this section. That way they have to cross the water to get to us. Then you can just kind of step to here. When awakening, hopefully that transfers. Oh man, it doesn't. Are they getting a bit cagey? Fair enough. We can go for the true shot and pretty much wipe out any of the units. This completely nullifies these guys' ability to be dangerous. 37 damage. And then we can just fall back and wait for them to come across the water here. I don't mind going for a bit of heals on Sundren here early. Yeah, 4 damage is really, really pitiful. Alright, they move up and go for a shield wall. When awakening, you can actually cross the water to hit Sundren, so we will want to move her. %50 chance to stun. Let's go for it. Take 5 damage back. We can go for heal here on these guys. Melee strike resisted, unfortunate. Used more of my movement than I wanted to. Go ahead and push them further away. And then we can go for some damage here. Yeah, let's go for it. Defensive Masters. They are going to heal every time they actually land a hit, which is always spooky. They close the gap. And don't even go for a strike. The cheekiness. Alright, take them down. Sundren, we don't want to go far. Step up one more. No, we can't. Just get whatever damage we can here. 27. 2 critical hits. That's incredible. And then go healing. They can heal 30, so we can probably just ignore that for at least a single turn. How much more casting points do we have? 15 here, 10, and 10. So the Radiance is going to be expensive. We can use it, though, to completely eliminate you. Yeah, those slow-term heals are spooky. True shot, though, wipes them out. The awakening here. We will take the kill. We will also go for the kill here. Radiance can kill this unit off. And now we just have to deal with the Battle Mage leveling up. Alright, take whatever retaliation's coming our way. Take 5. 5 back just from getting hit is real unfortunate. Yeah, we're gonna take some damage back. However, we can kill a big chunk of the unit and condemn them. You might as well. Let Sundren go for the finisher. 22 damage a shot is significant, that's for sure. A lightning sword and more renown for Sundren. We've got ourselves a lightsaber. Awesome. We do need to kind of fall back, though, and get some heals. They're taking a very roundabout way to raid my realm, aren't they? We probably could take the sea now and be much quicker. Okay, Lee Dao, I'm gonna have you come out just to see what's in the dragon's lair. Oh, it's a... Oh, that's a nightmare. A gold infestation? You don't say. Fight or flight. We've finally got an opportunity to gain some good guy points. So 10 alignment. And some mana. It took long enough. Still in neutral though. We need to be up to 20 to become an adherent, so one more event is all we really need. That Dragon's Lair is, that's in a bad spot. We can try to go after the Shrieker's Tomb. Bring the lads together. We don't have Sundren over here. And I'd prefer she was with us, but it's not going to be the way this time. I'm trying to play a little bit wide, and it might hurt us a bit here. Put down that outpost, and then we'll pretty much just turn around and leave this to its own devices until we can either use Sundren to clear it out or get another army spawned up. So to help with that, let's go for the Hall of Devotion here. It needs 2 farms to be super effective. So let's go ahead and rush some population and grab another farm. Luring us to the north, unfortunately. We need to start expanding down this way and up towards Kunlan. Make use of our Imperialists. Alright, Devotions Halls are boosted, and then we grab the Tavern afterwards. We've just started to dip into the negatives, which we don't want. We have no units that can take use of Focus Aim, but we'll just go ahead and grab this either way. I mean, maybe if we're able to enchant Sundren's faction, or Sundren's race, perhaps. Alright, day 14. Yeah, I don't think we stand a chance against the mixture of a Prosperity Dragon and a Judge, so we might have to just fail this bounty. In fact, let's go ahead and cancel it now. That way we can get it. We'll no longer be able to get the rewards. You don't say. It's not going to happen. Bounty failed. A divine power decided this wasn't worth it. That's a little bit cheeky, isn't it? Focus Aim is ready. Oh, it acted like we didn't have any of these guys. Oh, we do now. Our Vow Keepers are now unstoppable. And these guys are a pretty decent support unit. They've got a Purging Blast, which is going to deal damage and remove positive status effects. They've got a Vow of Purification for getting rid of negative status effects and giving you a status protection for 3 turns. And then the Vow of Healing, which is a heal that takes up all of your movement, and then everyone in a 1 hex radius gets 25 heals, which is pretty dang nice. Then we've also got, what do they have going on for them special? That is the special, it's just a great big splashy heal. Fair enough. That'll actually help Sundren wipe out a lot of what's going on over here. Does want us to get into fights that she can't win. But man, are those spooky. How far can you move? The answer is not very. A new rally has started, and I don't want any corrupt souls, no thanks. Very counter to what we're up to here. Raiders of the Mace of Smiting. As you near the gate of the Shrieker's Tomb, the noise of busy pickaxes echoes from its walls. A band of grave robbers can be spotted working inside. Before you can act, one of the grave robbers yells in horror, and when a skeletal hand grabs his arm, the grave robbers flee, leaving you and your army to deal with the Bone Dragon and the other horrors that emerge from the coffins around them. Oh. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. So, underground is dangerous, we're leaving, don't you worry. We understand. We'll be back to deal with you soon. Okay, so back to the previous strategy of coming over here to level up a little bit more. You need to drop off your outpost and then just leave. You go join with Sundren. Cross the mountain, sir. See what you can see. Necrolus the Second. Oh no, that's Necrolus with 2, it's tier 2. To decipher what that means. Don't quite enough gold. Sad, but not unexpected. I do actually want to make her friendly with us, so let's go ahead and have a pronouncement of friendship her way. Build up some positive relations. Seek a friendship with the Oddworld Elves. We shall see. Perhaps you shall prove worthy. I mean, I certainly hope so. You are going to need all the help you can get, too. Day 15 dawns. Meeting kind-hearted Weirdgate. Yet another blue-haired elf. Seer Samara Starblade of the Free City Weirdgate greets you with some reverence. Maybe becoming a ghost turns your hair blue. Salutations, Fire Dragon. Your reputation precedes you. It gives us hope to meet a Fire Dragon who shares our beliefs. We look forward to learning from you and trust you to respect Weirdgate's territory and independence. I do wish I had an additional stone now. I shall inspect your city. It's right next to Morn. Oh, she's already influencing them. We stand a no chance. At least we do have Morn on side. She's got the shadow eyes too. That's not good. We can't tell them who to declare war on. Not yet. Kunlan's got a library and can annex another province. So let's go ahead and try to keep expanding towards Wuhang here. Although, darn, I do need the Tomb of the Lost Mother, too. We can't lose this wonder. We'll grab a farm. Training Hall is going to be Golden Draft. We do need more gold quite badly. All the devotion goes in one turn. Let's go ahead and finish it for 14 and use our production towards making more cash. More steam. An additional Whispering Stone, I think, is a good call. Although Vassal's granting us some gold, it would only be 10 more, but it would be 10. Or are they not our vassal yet? Let's say you mourn. 6 turns. They will be soon. Destroy the ritual circle. This one's a silver spawner. I think that one we can do. I won't accept it just yet, but I think that one we can probably handle. If I had enough gold, I would drop off a outpost here too. This is a very prime spot up in the corner. Not prime though, in the fact that it's not able to connect. Oh, more blue-haired elves. Dark losses, father and brother. You meet the ghosts of 2 regal elves ruling the ghostly city of Memory of Sylvanas. Sundren gasps, Father, Thanos, this is impossible. Hello, Sundren, the fallen king and his son say in unison. Daughter, sister, it has been a long time. We have missed you. That's not concerning. Sundren recoils, covering her ears. No, she begs. Make it stop. You did not save us. The 2 spirits continue. When we were betrayed, when we were killed, you were weak. You tried to hide your dark side. You can unmask now. Join us. Join us in death. Join us in eternity. You know you want to. Into that state with the Memory of Sylvanas changes to war. It seems like there's something wrong here with the blue-haired elves. So the ghosts that were calling her are evil, in fact. Weird how that works. So we've got Dark Losses and the Eternal Court. So we need to go deal with her brother and her father, and then also Mandor. Interesting. Three bone wyverns. Two bone. So these are going to power up as we go along. Yeah, I think that tracks. Okay, well, let's get some healers then. I think with a healer we should be able to win. Heavy emphasis on should. I mean, Otto thinks we'll have no problem. We lose our friends. Let's see if we can do a little bit better. We'll have one final battle here for today's episode. Only Sundren survives. The fact that they are not going to be stopped by water is a bit concerning. Where's my Valkeeper? All the way over here. How far can each of you move? Alright, we'll go for the Twin Awakening on yourself and hit whoever else is around. Back up once. We'll try to use the houses and huts as cover, we'll see. In march the undead. I push them back at all? No is the answer. I mean, they are just going to ignore our Honor Blade, likely. Alright, well, let's see before we go for that strike. Sundren can just go for the true shot here, hitting a nice 47 damage. Give the other wyverns healthy targets. I'm not sure how much damage you'll be dealing. Well, that's a cast heal. That's incredible. They can all hit Sundren. Lovely. Yeah, they can do what they want. Okay, so if we were to hit you with a strike, it would nearly kill. But what if we go for a Purging Blast here? Don't think you have enough movement to make it. So let's just go for the normal strike. Take them down. They will resurrect next turn. But I think that's fine. Poison Blast. Interesting. So they're going to try to draw us in. I mean, for now it'll work. How far can you move? They're definitely a problem. Go ahead and awaken here, and it hopefully can bounce around. Not at all. $29 damage. I like it. Oh, what a graze. Sundren can just fire the bow here. Probably should have gotten a little bit closer. And then we can move up. Defensive strike. And then heal. Dispelling the poison. Alright, they realize the dangerous one is Sundren. Ooh, yikes. Don't like this at all. Hit you, we can almost kill. We have enough to heal Sundren next turn, and only one wyvern. We should hopefully not be able to kill. Especially if we push them both back here. I mean, we could just stand here and go for 2 shots. Sundren will get chomped twice, but it shouldn't be enough to kill. Jeez, even on a flank. You cheeky rascal. 57 damage in return. That works out. And because we actually had... Somehow we had more power than them, we absolutely would not have won that fight. That works. Critical skirmish. Whenever they do land a critical hit, subsequent critical hits will deal more damage. I mean, that's the thing. Now that she is leading, though, let's go ahead and grab a foraging training. For extra heals. Yeah, let's go ahead and move towards the next group here. This is going to be an even harder fight. Hopefully the monster den isn't ready to start It's still sleeping for now. You don't have any production set. Don't worry, game. I definitely know. Now we won't attract any more populace. We're good. We are good. One final turn, and that'll be all the time I've got for today. Alright, an uneventful end turn as we continue to travel on towards our next targets for Big Papa Li Dao. Thank you all so much for stopping on by the very beginning of our Eternal Court campaign. This is going to be a fun one. Facing off against just hordes of zombies everywhere we go. If you enjoyed the beginning of the series, please remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub throne, and I'll see you all in the next one.